This is the story of a man from Africa who came to Japan and fought to survive during the brutal Sengoku era. Yasuke and his companions were dispatched to a flatland castle, its southern and western approaches guarded by steep ravines. It was the front-line fortress facing the Takeda clan, the greatest enemy of the Oda forces. Reinforcements continued to pour into the flatland castle. But even after everyone had arrived, their force numbered fewer than 500. A growing sense of unease spread through the ranks as the soldiers began to question whether it would be enough. To calm his men's fears, the newly appointed lord of the castle, Nobumasa Okudaira, gathered everyone together and spoke. "I know the fear that weighs on your hearts. It is true that the Takeda army is marching toward us, and as you can see, this is by no means an impregnable castle. Therefore, our strategy will be simple. We will devote ourselves entirely to defense. We need only hold this castle until reinforcements arrive. So, I ask every one of you to begin digging a moat in front of the castle. That moat will be the first line of our defense." From that day on, Yasuke and the others were put to work every day, digging moats and building earthen ramparts. As a general rule, the moat was constructed about 50 meters, 165 feet, from the castle's defenses. The reason was simple. This distance fell within the most effective range of bows and matchlock firearms, allowing the defenders to unleash their full firepower against approaching enemies. At lunchtime, while they were eating, Uemon glanced at the trench they had been digging every day and muttered. Uemon said, "Do you really think this trench we're digging every day will make any difference?" Anne smiled bitterly. Yasu said, "Nah, it's just to put our minds at ease, that's all." Gonta frowned. "What? So it's useless? Everyone's working so hard on it." Yasu let out a dry laugh. Yasu said, "The enemy has 20,000 men. We've got only 500. We never had a chance." Gonta looked at him. "So, you think we're going to lose?" Yasu Sihil. "That's why the young lord said we only have to hold out until the reinforcements arrive." Yohei spoke quietly. "What if the reinforcements never come? What happens to us then?" Yasu lowered his eyes. "If they never come," silence fell over the group. Sensing the awkwardness, Uemon said, "Still, now that the young lord has become the lord of the castle, he has finally earned Lord Nobunaga's recognition." Yasu said to Uemon, "That's exactly why you're not cut out to be a samurai. Listen carefully. This castle stands on the border between Oda and Takeda territory. Lord Oda doesn't really care whether this fortress defects to the Takeda or is wiped off the map by them. All he wants is for us to buy him time. This is nothing more than a sacrificial castle. And if you need proof, look to the west. See that gorge? It's there to make sure we have no way to retreat." Yasuke said, "Yasu-san, you're incredible. I never realized you could see that far ahead." Yasu said, "Heh, I wasn't a gambler for nothing. And I'll tell you one more thing. I think that young lord understands everything that's happening. If this castle falls to the Takeda, he'll probably take his own life. That's the kind of people samurai are. That's exactly why I can't stand them." Gonta fell silent after muttering, I don't want to die. I'm not ready yet." "Not ready? Not ready for what?" the others teased. "Don't tell us. You've got a girl waiting for you?" The group burst into laughter. For the first time since arriving in Japan, Yasuke laughed with them from the bottom of his heart. Being accepted by these companions allowed him to forget, if only for a while, the painful memories of his life as a slave. Surrounded by friends, his heart finally found a sense of peace. That night, Yasuke gazed up at the star-filled sky, thinking of his father, an old man. Quietly, He prayed that they would watch over him and his companions. Just then, the voices of soldiers echoed from the main gate. Fearing that the enemy had arrived, Yasuke sprang to his feet and ran toward the sound. It was reinforcements. Cheers erupted as everyone celebrated with joy. Amid the roar of celebration, soldiers streamed into the castle one after another, every single one of them carrying matchlock muskets. Yasuke had never seen so many firearms gathered in one place. There were 200 of them. Their arrival transformed the castle. The fear and uncertainty that had gripped its defenders gave way to a powerful sense of relief and renewed hope. Nobumasa turned to the commander of the matchlock unit and said, "Thank you for coming. Every one of us is deeply grateful to have you here." The commander replied, "Not at all. I have long admired Lord Okudaira's bravery and achievements. My lord entrusted me with the duty of protecting Lord Okudaira. It is an honor to fight alongside you." As the sun rose on the day of battle, the young commander addressed his troops. "Men, this battle will be a long one, so you must be prepared for a prolonged siege. Do not waste a single arrow or a single shot. Every one of them must count. No matter the cost, we will hold this fortress. To your defensive positions." "Oh," the soldiers answered with a thunderous roar in unison. Dawn is about to break. Every soldier holds their breath, waiting for the Takeda army to make its move. Yasuke said, "Above all, we survive by helping each other. Here's the plan. I'll fight with my bow. Yumen, Yasu, and Yohei, you three hold the line with your spears and protect our flanks. Gonta, your job is to support everyone and keep us supplied with arrows. We'll need a lot of them. Collect every arrow the enemy fires that can still be used." Gonta nodded. "Got it. Leave it to me." Then he looked at everyone and declared, "Listen, all of you. We're getting out of here alive. Every single one of us." The others answered with determined nods. At last, the Takeda army surged forward. 20,000 warriors. An overwhelming tide of soldiers swept toward them.